Credit cards? There's a game? That's what I said 2 years ago, just when I started getting into credit cards. At that time, I kind of thought that, okay, I know there's this whole other world of getting points. And then I also see in the mail these different kind of credit card companies trying to get me into getting a new card. But I didn't exactly see why, what are the benefits. And I mostly thought that all these cards are trying to get me to spend more. And then somehow I'm going to be stuck in a sticky situation. So those were my thoughts before. But in fact, it's pretty easy, pretty simple. You just have to kind of read some terms, understand how to utilize points and so on. And that's what I want to talk about in this channel. Now, my first credit card that I got was the Sapphire card. I got it back in 2020. Sapphire just had their 100,000 point sign-on bonus, and I was able to get that, which is really cool. I think right now they have a 60,000 point with the sign-in bonus, so it's not as good, but you know, sign-up bonuses are pretty much why people get new cards. Now for me, yeah, I just said I got a 100,000 point sign-in bonus after spending a certain amount. During this period of time, I thought it was smart to get the card because I knew I was going to be spending a lot of money. I was about to get married, there was a lot of bills to be paying for, and my husband basically gave all this inspiration that we're gonna have to be buying a ring, all this furniture, etc. So we might as well use all the spending into cards and get all the points. So then our money is like not going to waste, which I mean, it's not waste because I'm getting things but there's smarter uses, you know? So one of the things that we decided is to get the Sapphire card because of its huge bonus. Now this sign-up bonus, it enabled us to later book our honeymoon trip to Italy. 100,000 points, a round trip for 2 people. That's like what? Maybe it can be $1,500 per person, so saved us $3,000. So another benefit you get with having such a credit card is that you don't really need to think too much, especially when you only have one credit card that has the points versus like cards that don't give you any points. So what I'm talking about is when you're doing your daily spending, you're going to the grocery store, you don't have to think. You're just using that card, spending your daily needs, and you're getting points. After a long time, maybe about a year, you're gonna get a lot of points that can enable you to get free hotel stays or even flights. Now, the third thing I want to talk about is Chase's travel portal, which I found is really beneficial. The way Chase's travel portal works is that you get this credit card, so for instance, the Sapphire, and you are able to navigate through their special portal and purchase flights that are either on a discount, or you can even get cruises, cars, hotel stays. And typically the price is a lot cheaper, and you could also utilize your points to book them. Also, another benefit is when you are purchasing these like hotel stays or travel expenses through Chase's portal, you are gaining about 5 to 10 times the amount of points. So you kind of need to strategize the way you spend your points, which I will have to talk about later. The whole topic of strategizing is a little bit of what makes the card kind of complicated, but it's a huge benefit. Now, a fourth thing I want to talk about is about Sapphire's worldwide acceptance. There are no foreign transaction fees. Long before, about 5 years ago, I was a producer for another YouTube channel, if you know Strictly Dumpling. So I traveled a lot to many other countries with him. At that time, I should have gotten credit cards, but I didn't know how they worked. And so I was using just my ordinary card, and I was having to kind of make some complicated math to decide how much cash I would need to withdraw from the bank, because every withdrawal would cause me to pay the bank like $3, and that really adds up. So not having to worry about how much you're spending within other countries is really beneficial. And the fifth thing I want to talk about is travel protection. So You know, a lot of things could go wrong. You're traveling, and Chase can cover a lot of expenses. For example, if your trip gets canceled, Chase will give you up to $10,000 per person, or even if your baggage is delayed, you get insurance for that. One of the things that I've utilized this Sapphire card for was when I was booking car rentals. So Turo car rentals, if you don't know what it is, it's kind of like the Airbnb for cars. And so if you want to book a car rental, a lot of times you need to pay for the insurance. Now, back 2 years ago, I didn't have a car. So I did have a driver's license, but I just didn't have car insurance. So the Sapphire card, it covers driver's license insurance booked through other cars. It doesn't cover you like driver's license. Like, I can't just own a car, have the Sapphire, and I get my insurance. That's not how it works. So in terms of like Hertz or Turo or Get Around, those type of car booking services, Sapphire will cover you as long as you use the card when you are booking the cars. So anyway, those are kind of the gist of how I have benefited from Sapphire, the Sapphire card. There's a ton more that I could talk about, but in this video I just kind of wanted to keep it short and simple and maybe boost some inspiration for those who are considering cards. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video, and I'll see you in another one. Please consider subscribing and liking. Bye bye.